After almost a year, we are still in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and with that, online shopping is gaining more popularity because of its usefulness for people. With the survival period of the virus itself, online shipments may be carriers of the virus. Social distancing protocols are forgotten and/or ignored when packages arrive, which makes situations riskier. Packages need sanitation, and the automated sanitation delivery drop-off will be using UV light because of its efficiency for surface disinfection.
Purchasing items from online shops and having it delivered to your doorstep is a better option than buying from a physical store. Majority of the Filipinos have resorted to purchasing items online. Rakuten Insight have surveyed 11,000 respondents and 31% of them claim to have several purchase items online during the pandemic as of May 2020 in the Philippines. However, despite the lower risk of infection during delivery, there is still a possibility. The short interaction of handling over the delivery from courier to receiver can spread the virus. According to Houston Methodist, the virus can survive on cardboard for 24 hours and about 3 days on plastic.
This study benefits online shoppers by disinfecting their packages without directly touching on it. In addition, carriers can also benefit from this device because they will provide an area to place their deliveries to practice social distancing. The more the object undergo disinfection, as it enters any house or establishment, the more it can contribute to reduction of coronavirus. This study will ensure business continuity and growth as online buyers will continue to carry on their business with the support of confident online buyers.
This research focuses on disinfecting packages to prevent the spread of virus. This study does not include the capacity of sanitizing large items due to the size of the box, referring to the blueprint. The use of this device is only for viruses and bacteria and not for microorganisms. The effectivity of this UVC light cannot be tested due to the risk of getting contact with a contaminated item that contains COVID-19.
I am Erica Jimenez and I will elaborate the steps in our methodology. The first step is gathering the needed tools and materials, which are the following as presented. Then, as seen in our conceptual framework, we will conduct a series of trials. Since our goal is to create an automated sanitation device, we will be having a trial and error to select the best variables for our circuit. By selecting the best variables, we will proceed in finalizing the circuit and setting up the mailbox. The circuit will be based on the wiring diagram, which will be explained later in this presentation. We will be using plywood for the mailbox in the meantime for a more cost-efficient choice. Lastly, the construction of the sanitation device will be accomplished. The construction will be based on the blueprint provided. That is all.
So this is the blueprint of the product, and this box is made of wood. The package enters through an opening where the delivery man places the package. The package will then be moved down through the slope as seen in the side view of our blueprint, going down with conveyor rollers. The inside of our device includes the UVC beds, LED lights, conveyor rollers, IR sensor, and the circuit. The package will first be detected by the sensor, and the sensor and the circuit will run. The UVC beds will be in charge of the sanitation of the device. Using this will ensure that the surface of the package will be sanitized without possibly causing any damages. The purpose and parts of the circuit will then be explained in the wiring problem by the next presenter. As you can see, this is the box and it includes a lock to safely keep items. The code will be sent to the delivery man. On the inside, there's a IR sensor, and this COM detects objects based on the distance from the sensor and is apparently not affected by the sort of material. It can detect glass, metal, plastic, etc. And the Arduino setup is the circuit that allows the UV light to turn on after The sensor senses an object inside the box.
The parts that are being used in our Arduino setup are composed of switch button, which is used to turn on when expecting a package to prepare the circuit. Male jack connects to the Arduino setup. Female jack, it is connected to the 5 volts adapter. 5 volts adapter, it is the power source of the device. Sharp IR sensor, it is used to detect when the package once placed inside the box. Buzzer, the buzzer turns on to notify the receiver of the package and will alarm once again when the sanitation is complete. LED beads, UVC lights is the one in charge of the sanitation. Red LED, lights up when the device is empty. Blue LED, lights up if the device detects a package and blinks when the sanitation is complete, accompanied by the buzzer. LCD display with IEC2 shows a message to update the owner of the package received, if the sanitation is being processed, and if the sanitation is complete, and those sums up the parts that are being used in our Arduino setup.
These are the list of the things we need. First is UVC and UVA light bulb that can be bought in Shopee. Most of the things we need is from Shopee because it's easy to buy it online, especially now we're still in the midst of pandemic. Next is Arduino Uno R3 to be followed by IR sensor, then wires. Next to wire is electrical tape that can be bought in the nearest hardware called Hardware Supply Incorporated, and also the plywood. Next to that is a small breadboard to be followed by resistor 5B relay board, Arduino power supply 9V2A, female male jack, LED switch button, LED beads, 1602 LCD, display with I2C, buzzer, conveyor rollers, and last is 5B power card that can be bought also in Shopee. We can afford it because it fits into our budget, especially when we buy it online where the sales of the product we need are lower.